Hey everybody, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Leah Catherine and this is Leah Sees Movies and also TV. And today is episode 2 of What If, also known as Chadwick Boseman's last performance as T'Challa, and I'm gonna feel a way about it. But more plot-wise, I'm hoping in this episode we get to see a bit more of the ripple effects of these changes. I felt last episode kind of just felt like the first Avenger but with a different cap. I really want this to like get a bit wild. Like I don't want it to just feel like Guardians of the Galaxy again, but like Star-Lord can keep to the 2s and 4s. I want it to feel like a really big, really new story. Like we're in animation, like let's get creative. But yeah, so I'm hoping for that, and I'm hoping I don't cry, and I'm really looking forward to it. Let's get started. I wonder if the narration's gonna change per episode.
It's more than a linear path.
Oh, okay, Kurt Russell. So we're gonna get some ego in here. I kind of wish I didn't know that, but like I know why they put the like intro credits, but sometimes I'm like, don't tell me because then I know who's in the episode.
I am the Watcher. I am your guide through these vast new realities.
Oh, that's interesting though, because if they have ego without the connection of him, Star-Lord being his son. What if?
What if?
That could be like a more interesting, like dramatic conflict. Or at least he's slightly more willing to kill him.
Is your destiny determined by your nature? Or by the nature of your world?
Guardians intro without the dancing, which is rude. Like I said, I wanted to see him be on beat.
Drop it! Drop it now! Who are you? Identify yourself!
Me? I am just an ordinary junker. But there is one name you may know me.
Oh, Star-Lord!
Of course! His version of Star-Lord, people actually know who he is.
This is the Star-Lord, legendary outlaw. Steals from the powerful and gives to the powerless. Should we be bowing? I feel like we should be bowing.
No matter what form, people are gonna try to bow to T'Challa.
Oh, should I not use the gun?
Go ahead.
Really? Please. No, that's not a problem. I can
He's such a big fan! Ow.
Classic Star-Lord.
Also, this is very much what I wanted. This feels completely different. The whole energy is a...
Well, I have hired us. I said a Ravager never flies solo.
Is that some kind of catchphrase?
There it is. So Yondu actually like is partnered with him in this form, not just his bus slash adopted child trafficking father.
If we wanted to have some real fun, we'd make like the old days and sell this bad boy to the highest bidder.
Wouldn't you rather use it to jumpstart the Colorians' dying star? Save their system from extinction? You know as well as I, no treasure is worth as much as the good that can be done with it.
Yeah, this is perfectly what I wanted. This is a whole new thing. T'Challa's presence as Star-Lord has redefined what that means to people. He completely changed Yondu. He's out of the child trafficking business. Like, and also,
Tired of living in a bubble. There's an entire world out there, Baba. It must be more, but we must be brave enough to search for it.
I do understand, my son. Though the blood of a king runs through your veins, it is pumped by the heart of an explorer.
I love John Connie as the Black Panther.
Is destruction and pain.
Is it weird to say he's hot? Because young T'Chaka, he's cute. I'm just saying.
Or in some instances,
The Watcher showing up in the corner of these scenes is amazing.
You morons grabbed the wrong kid.
2 C holes, 2 ear holes, 1 8 hole, everything.
He's like, I grabbed a human, I did my job.
If there was anything not from that planet on that planet, it's there.
Well, my home is built on an ancient vibranium meteorite.
You sure don't seem too freaked out about all this, kid. What you doing?
He's just like, this is amazing.
Or why stop at one world, huh? When we can show you all of them.
So are you just not gonna pick up Peter anymore? They're like, this kid's fun. He's down. I like him. Also, I realize that exploring is great and fun, but wouldn't you be like, oh hey, I can't leave my kingdom, my father, my family behind? Apparently I'm concerned about that.
If you had to pick a favorite.
Really, I could not say.
I know. So many heists, so many planets saved. Exactly, did you stop Thanos, the mad
Dude.
decimating half of the universe?
Oh, no, I'm a big enough man to admit when I'm wrong. T'Challa.
What? Oh my god!
Although I still assert my claim is not without its merits.
Pretty sure it's still just genocide, big guy.
That's genocide?
It's pretty good from where I'm standing.
Nebula.
Hey, Cha-Cha.
What?
Pretty valuable loot you got here. The big guy know you have this?
I don't like Nebula as a blonde. Be bald again.
You ever think of going back?
Not much to go back to. When I was young, Yondu attempted to return me to Wakanda, but it had been destroyed.
What? What?
You lost your home, and now you saved everyone else's. That's the name of it.
Who destroyed Wakanda? What? I couldn't figure out, like, why does she look so weird besides the blonde hair? I'm like, it's because she's not a robot. She just has a face.
With 1 ounce, you can heal a dying planet in minutes. And with a payload the size we're talking,
We could feed billions of people on millions of worlds.
Don't tell Captain Genocide over here. You must spoil his fun.
I'm gonna watch this episode 3,000 times.
When I went straight, Tavon saw an opening and filled the power vacuum.
We can all agree the Collector is dangerous.
This is suicide.
Also, I've been playing a lot of Contest of Champions recently, so I'm just like, hey, I know these people. Conceptually.
So long as the collector's involved, we are not.
That's wild. Like, we were introduced to him just kind of as like definitely a sociopath, but kind of just like a funky one. Now he's a terrifying murderer.
Then it's time we rob the bank.
Jeez. Never have been any good at saying no to you, kid.
Yondu and I will pose as sellers looking to unload that orb to the
My question is, where's Gamora?
Proxima midnight.
Looks like they got
Oh, she looks great in this. She doesn't look not bad in the live action, but animation, man. Just
Yeah, well, try calling me Captain Genocide again, new guy.
God damn.
The Ravagers will start a riot. Join me and take you to Black Order.
also, like, Jimon is never the comedic like relief. So this is a really fun side from him.
I'm to the side for a sword. Forgive me, I couldn't help myself. Oh,
Hey,
Okay, so she still at least has the one robot eye.
I was just used to be fun.
what can I say? We went straight and I got square.
Hey,
I'm delighted by this episode. Oh.
Suffering. And for what?
My guess, he's compensating for something big.
Yeah, it was small.
The duck. What? Where did you get an apple teeny?
Literature, ignore that. Total snooze.
Screw it.
You know what they say when you're out of luck. Always go duck.
He's the Rocket Raccoon of this version. Proxima's staff is also a lot more powerful in the animated version.
See Flash.
You always know how to bring the fun.
Oh, Benicio. Is that... The drums! I love those freaking drums. Oh, whoa, wait, what? Yeah, mannequins. Fedora.
Was abducted from Earth by an alien spacecraft. If you have any,
So the Wakandans went to space.
we ask that you respond to this homing beacon. If you are out there, you are one bright, burning light in the night sky of billions. Until we find you on this plane or the next.
Like, I know he said he did try to go back, but it's like you had a family that loved you.
oh, Cha-Cha. I hope you can understand. I had a debt with the Collector, and you were the payment.
Nebula. Really, girl? But I guess without the trauma, she doesn't have as much reason to go good.
I was protecting you. Are we talking about the mission, or is this family stuff?
You told me my homeland had been
Yeah.
destroyed. My
I
family
thought he
killed.
said he did go back. Yondu's a liar. Because the guy was like, oh, he actually went back and saw it himself. You just took Yondu's word for it? You're smarter than that, babes. Come on.
You're an explorer, Star-Lord. And for people like you, like us, the past ain't nothing but a prison. You don't belong down there.
It's
with
not a
them.
prison when you have people who love you.
You are not my family. You never were.
Also, as a companion to, Jesus Christ, there's a bug in my room. Peter Quill being like, this child trafficker is my new daddy. There's a fucking bug. Like, it keeps flying right when I give up the chase.
Apologize.
Did he feed them in little cages?
I simply abhor drama.
Yeah, you look like you really hate drama, sir.
Let's not waste the wall space. Dissect him and strip his remains for parts.
I can't believe Thanos is a bro. To my best friend. He has really big Toto vibes.
Oh, so all of this has been a triple cross? What? Classic style.
He's having so much fun.
Providing me the necessary cover to obtain this. The Embers of Genesis.
The necklace. Telekinetics, man. They're OP. Weirdly, your slaves don't like you. Damn. You always forget that these Celestials are old and can fight.
The carcass of a terribly tactical. Of course, if that.
No! R.I.P. Korg. Now, how'd he get Thor's hammer?
That woman has taste. A necklace.
Also, I abhor drama. I honestly can't blame him. I would also do this all the time if I were. For the fashion alone. He also stole Bucky's eyeliner. Little known fact. All of the people who have a name that Thanos said, but I forgot. All of his main crew look so much better in animation than they did in the movies. Not him throwing henchmen. I mean, if Thanos could give Hulk a two-piece, I feel like he should be able to hold his own in a punchy-bunchy battle. This is my episode, bro. This was made for me.
A Ravager never flies solo.
Ain't no way in hell I was gonna leave here without my kid.
He is a child trafficker, but sometimes it's cute. Damn. Thanos is getting handled. Now, if you'd set them up to be this scary in the movies, now that would have been a threat. How do you measure that? Oh, well. I don't know if I would have brought back the thing we came to steal, but if it works, it works. Ooh. Okay, but there's no way getting punched would actually hurt him.
Okay, any ideas?
Sticky fingers.
Work? Who's the glue?
You are. Because you lied to me.
Very much get help vibes. The drums.
Do you think this can contain me?
I mean, it didn't even contain T'Challa and export her and everything she does.
Put a roof over your heads. Oh, karma.
This is, again, very the end of Ragnarok with the... Yeah, y'all know who I mean. The Grandmaster. There can't be a revolution without someone to revolt against.
Always did have a soft spot for runaways.
Look, T'Challa,
I was the one who told you I wanted to see the world. All you did was show me.
I mean, you were also like 10, so.
On any planet, among any people, there ain't no place in this galaxy where you don't belong. Where you want to be? That's the question, isn't it?
I mean, realistically, the country has like moved on in a sense, but gotta go home. Are we gonna get Killmonger now? No! His family is still alive. Yay! I thought it was gonna be like a really tragic homecoming, but no.
I'm sorry it took me so long. Let me introduce you to the family I made along the way.
They kidnapped me.
My friend, that sounds an awful lot like genocide.
No, because it's random.
Because it's random. Is Thanos hitting on Okoye?
I am still wondering how exactly my son came to be in your spaceship.
We were trying to abduct another child.
I was lost by love. Yandu found me.
And from one family reunion to another.
I don't actually care.
Sorry, we're close.
What, Peter? Can't spare a little time for dear old dad?
Too bad this might spell the end of the world. But that's a story for another day.
Yeah, because Dairy Queen employee Peter Quill is gonna be like, hell yeah, I'm a Celestial, let's go. Oh. It's crazy how just like white words on a black background, I'm just like, well. Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna watch this 4,000 times, and not just in a normal way of I have to edit this, so I'm gonna have to rewatch it in a sense multiple times, but like I want to watch this multiple times, and it was fun and colorful and actioning, and T'Challa and Chadwick and yeah, this episode is exactly what I was looking for. Everything I said about last hour is like, it felt too similar. I want a completely new story. I want to see what changes, and it's like, if this is it, if T'Challa becomes Star-Lord, he becomes an intergalactic outlaw who helps people and everyone loves him, and he saves the world from Thanos, but may have accidentally unleashed Ego because now he has a version of Peter Quill who's going to be probably completely amenable to his plans. And I'm just like, I don't even want the rest of the episodes. I want the sequel to this episode. I want everything to be this episode. I want this timeline. I keep clapping. Yeah, like, just without the tragedy of it, it would still be exactly what I wanted from a What If episode, and it was so fun, and it's such an engaging story because, like, beefy Peggy Carter was delightful, do not get me wrong, but I was just kind of like, all right, that was a fun little what if, and I was done. Like, when the episode ended, I was like, that was cute, I enjoyed that story, but I wasn't so engaged. I wanted more, and like this time I'm like, give me all of this. This is the timeline I want to see. Even the question of, you know, when Ego comes to kill everyone, what, like, I am very curious about Gamora, like, because obviously Thanos is still the Mad Titan to some degree. We see that Nebula does have the robot eye, so if we assume that it matches her original backstory, and try to ignore the bus in the background, and that it's because he made his daughters fight, and then whoever lost got a robot part. He had to have done that at least enough for her to get the eye before he became besties with T'Challa. But that means there's still a Gamora, so where is she at? What is she doing when she isn't, you know, the most dangerous woman in the galaxy working for her father? I don't know. It feels like an interesting thing to leave out, because Nebula, Gamora, Thanos are so tied together. Ebony Maw is also kind of interesting to me, because when we were introduced to him in, you know, Infinity War and Endgame, he has this like quasi-religious, like, yes, you know, everyone be grateful we're here to do the great work of Thanos, that kind of thing. And so now he's kind of just like a, you know, murder squad for hire. I'm like, do you just bring that seriousness to every role? Like, anyone who gives you a paycheck, you're just like, this is my new god now? Or is that like he was really committed to the cause of genocide? And the fact that everyone in the show just takes pot shots at Thanos, like, that's a terrible idea. That's just genocide. This is not how you reallocate resources. Is there still a Killmonger in this universe? Because if we assume that other things remain the same, and that T'Chaka sent his brother to America as a war dog and he, you know, got someone pregnant, he would have still, I don't know, how old is Killmonger? Because also, it stands to reason that if the heir to the throne goes missing, he might call his brother back, but he still has Shuri, so Shuri becomes the new heir to the throne. It's such an interesting premise. There's just so many different things to consider and so many ramifications to worry about. Because it's like, if, what was his name, Injadaka? Or no, that's Killmonger's Wakandan name. Njobu. Yes. So if Njobu is still in America, he still gets someone pregnant, he still conceives Killmonger, wouldn't he now go back because his nephew, the heir to the throne, is missing, and bring his new son? So we could have had a version of Eric who has fully grown up in Wakanda. There's just, I want so much more of this timeline. Like, I'm so into it. It's so interesting. There's ramifications on literally every single angle. I'm not even saying anything really worthwhile because I'm just like, I loved it. Like, this is what I was freaking looking for. And that clap was because there's still a freaking bug in my room. Why? Why is this? Why? Not even this bug can steal my joy, although it's making a good effort. The whole thing about Loki making What If canon and making these timelines canon is that there's always the like, ooh, we might pick up further with these stories, whether in live action, whether, you know, further in animation, maybe we'll see it in Loki. And obviously with the loss of Chadwick and the fact that, you know, Marvel's already said they're not recasting T'Challa, it feels like they just introduced the most interesting story that we're never going to see. Like, could you imagine if this version of the timeline showed up in Loki season 2? I'd lose my mind. The whole recast T'Challa thing is such a complicated subject, and I totally understand and respect them for not doing it, but at the same time I just get so sad when I think of the stories that aren't being told. I don't know. It feels like there's no correct answer to this, but I guess I can still mourn him, and also what we, you know, we're not really going to get and what we don't have the chance to explore. I'm just really sad, guys. Like, it's like I love this episode so much and it just makes me sad because we can't do anything more with it. And there's so much potential here. I don't know. It's a weird note to leave off on, but I don't have that much else to say. Like, I feel like it's very apparent that I just love basically everything. I love everything so much, and it makes me sad that I can't get to love it more in the future and in new, more three-dimensional ways. Well, if you also love this episode, let me know. If you didn't love it, say nothing. Honestly, like, there are times where I'm like, hey, if you have a differing opinion, let me know. I love to encourage free thought and get everyone's perspective, but in this case, I don't want it. I don't. I loved this and I learned nothing against it, ever. Yeah, so if you loved it, comment below. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe if you don't want to do that, but you've watched all the way to the end of this video. Thank you. I still really appreciate you. You can follow me on Twitter at Leah Sees Movies, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Also, I just hit 250 subscribers and I'm really happy, so thank you so much, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.